up, you guys? This is Ruroni K95 here. Once again, I'm here to do like a different video. This is going to be like my English versus Japanese Tankobon comparison manga that I have right here. That I've never done one like this before. That I haven't thought of doing one like this before, which I should have done until now. We're going to be taking a look at the Urusei Yatsura manga I have, because I have a couple volumes of them. Because I have some that are in Japanese, and I have one translated into English that I have from Viz Media as well. So basically, we're gonna get yourselves catered in. So basically, I just wanted to come by for a manga comparison video because I just haven't thought of one like this before. Which I haven't done one like this until now, because this has got yourselves catered in for a new video. That's particularly of how I wanted to do this. The real reason why I wanted to do this particularly, so it's not about the, like when you're holding your phone and you're holding like this and you go like this and then, or like this or in the back. No, it's just that particularly you're doing it like this particularly for, you want to, because, you know, you want to show the pages of that were translated in the manga, particularly. I just haven't thought of doing one particularly, in case if I wanted to come by on that. So this explains why, particularly. Yeah. Yeah. So this is how I wanted to come by. It's just because the manga is translated into English, particularly of how I wanted to do this. Yeah. Oh yeah, like you're comparing like one of the volumes, like this one here. So I have to compare this to the first original volume, like this one I have in Japanese Tankobon edition that I got at a local anime store. This one I got was from a library when it was donated to the library. But the other one I have right here, this I got was from a local anime store as well. Yeah, especially if you compare it to the English editions as well before the Viz Signature editions put out, yeah, it's this one. Here's the Japanese version and the English one as well. Yeah, particularly how you wanted to come by of this. So, oh yeah, this is a lot more different than the, well, this is before Viz Media has translated it into English. I mean, compared to the pages of this, its own format as well. Whoa, sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Okay, this one is in English as well. Or Japanese, actually. This is the Japanese edition, by the way, as well. However, this one, this is the English version. Yeah, because if you compare this as well, because this one is particularly in English on this edition on there as well. However, in the Japanese edition, let me check. Because despite this is the original Japanese edition from, that was, I believe it was probably in one of those Tankobon editions I have. Oh yeah, here you go. if you compare this as well. Yeah, because this is particularly, it's just how considerate how Shogakukan Comics had a lot to do for this one particularly as well. Some of the chapters on it were translated in English though. Oh yeah, especially for this, like this one, when this was originally translated into English as well, particularly because I have the Japanese edition on there, but for the English one that I have right here, I'm going to show you as well. If I can turn the pages as well. Yeah, because it's this one as well. Yeah, it's basically, you know, this is how what Viz Media has translated it. It's, this in English. It's not because of the manga is the problem. I mean, you just got something that... However, the English translated version was translated by Sotaro Fuji and Gerard Jones. Yeah. However, the original Japanese version is done by Yonosuke Konishi and Katsuya Shirai, who, you know, they worked at with Shogakukan as well, particularly. Because I didn't know particularly of how you wanted to come by for this, because compared to the Japanese version as well, because if you wanted to come by for this as well. However, like, especially if you go to the pages on there, yeah, it's this one as well. Even though, because this is in my retrospect as well, because this edition was published in Japan by Shogakukan in 1980. I didn't know it has yeah, it's very interesting, because there's a whole lot of manga that were in Japanese as well. And I thought this was very interesting, because there's a whole lot of manga like this published under Shogakukan. Yeah, I just wanted to come across for this as well. So, yep. Although the Japanese version has some adverts on here that were never included or never translated. Well, some of them were translated to English that were not available in this edition. But in the Japanese version of the first volume of the original Urusei Yatsura manga has the ad for Ranma 1/2 in the Japanese edition, because there's a whole bunch of them, of these mangas that were technically translated into Japanese that were under Shogakukan. Yeah, because I just wanted to come by for old manga like this as well. Yeah, however, this is printed in Japan, and it was done by Rumiko Takahashi. Yeah, this is the original. This is the original Japanese edition of the Urusei Yatsura manga, because I just wanted to come across for this particularly. However, most of the chapters on here, like, from what I wanted to come across for this as well, like, yeah, like this one, because it's in English as well, because these were translated it as well, because as well, if you compare it to the original Japanese edition as well, I can show the pages on here as well. Let's see. Oh. Maybe on the side of the page as well. Here's this one. Yeah, because this was originally translated in Japanese on there, especially from Shogakukan Comics on there particularly. If you ever want to come across for this as well. Because I just wanted to come by for that as well. However, in the original English translated one, if you can compare that as well. Yeah, this is translated in English as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's this one as well. Yeah, because this is one of the original Viz Media editions of how, when they were translated into English as well. Because, and if I can compare this to that as well, because this is translated as well, because I just want to, if you compare it to the original Japanese Tankobon edition as well, yeah, especially for this one as well. Because I just wanted to come across for how manga has been presented like this as well, because I just wanted, if you ever come to this as well, because I just want, if you compare this edition that I have, the older edition, but if we can get to it at this point as well, yeah, like this one as well. Yeah, because I just wanted to come by for how manga have been translated to this as well. So, however, in the original Japanese editions on here, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's only 9 chapters on here. Some of it's missing some other chapters in the Urusei Yatsura Perfect Collection Viz Media release I have here, because some of it's missing some chapters. I guess it was thereabouts as well. However, there's some other editions on here, because if we get to Volume 2 as well, because if you compare this as well, this more as well. This comes in all surprises as well. If you take a note outside to this as well. Yeah. Yeah, because if you ever come by for how this is translated as well, because I have to compare it as well. You know, that's just basically very interesting as well. Because I had to go through pages on here. Yeah, because this is translated in English on here, especially for what Viz Media had a lot when they did back in the 90s as well. You probably want to know about this one. Yeah. Yeah, because I just have... If you compare this as well, if you ever wanted to come by for how some of them were missing some chapters, but most of them have been translated to English as well, especially for what Viz Signature had a lot to do as well. Very accordingly, because I still have my retrospective thing as well, particularly of how you ever want to come by for these kind of manga like this as well. If you want to notice about this one as well. But for Volume 2 in general, like this one as well, it was originally, well, it was translated in Japanese though, because these were published by Shogakukan Comics. Because these are the original Japanese versions on there as well, because I still got a lot of thing going on as well, accordingly, if you ever want to see this as well. Yeah, this some of these are translated in English as well. This is before Viz Signature has gotten a whole thing for that as well. If you ever come across for that as well. Particularly if you ever want to know about this as well. Although, this is a lot more very common as well, because, especially when it was translated in English as well, for what Viz Media had a lot for this as well. Yeah, especially whenever you're... Yeah, because this is translated in English as well, because I just wanted to come across for how I wanted to take a look at these mangas like this as well. However, there is some other chapters, because some of them have like chapters from Volume 3 of the original Urusei Yatsura manga added in this edition. But the other chapters were missing, unfortunately. That's particularly for what I wanted to realize for that. And although I don't have the original Japanese Tankobon edition of the Urusei Yatsura manga in Japanese, but I will someday. Okay, either that or the newer editions from Viz Signature, or if I can read it on Mangasuki app, what I ought to do, because this is how you wanted to come by for this accordingly, because especially if you ever want to come in for how, particularly whenever you compare all these manga like this, for it's all of sorts as well, because, you know, I just have a whole good proper feeling as well, because I just wanted to know for that particularly how you wanted to come by for the whole, one of the most things as well. Yeah, because I have every mangas, I had to do some comparisons as well, especially I have a couple of these volumes of them in Japanese. However, this one is the English edition. Well, this one I got was from a library book sale, because this was 25 cents when this was donated to the library, but the other two I got were from a local anime store last year, because, you know, this is one of those manga titles that I considered for those who are never been familiar to this series. I mean, if you haven't seen the guide to the manga of Rumiko Takahashi, feel free to check it out at your leisure at this point, because I've done a video of this a while back, because I have a feeling particularly for this as well. But for this one, this has got my perspective thoughts for this as well, because when I first reread this one, because I didn't know that this is the original Viz Media edition. This is how it was before Viz Media has brought back the Urusei Yatsura manga, and they got the newer chapters all translated it into English. But this one, some of it, chapters from Volume 4 were missing, or that were forgot to be included on here. It was never got, because it was thereabouts. Well, technically, this is the old edition of the Urusei Yatsura manga that I have right here. This was published back in, like, the late 90s or early 2000s. Yeah, this is the 4th printing release of this manga from 2000. I didn't know it was until now. Well, yeah, they were translated by Viz Media back in '94, which is back in the 90s, particularly, in like these comic book formats, and that wasn't long until they put out this perfect collection like this as well, because this is how I wanted to come by for old manga like this, that's why. So that's going to be it for my video for today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new to my channel, especially if you're watching the channel. I've been literally getting into the Blu-ray now from World Cinema and Ralph Bakshi films from the 70s and 80s, as well as Italian cinema from Ruggiero Deodato to Dario Argento and Enzo Barboni, Bud Spencer, Terence Hill movies as well. And I'm also getting into merchandise from Vivzy Pop, you know, like from Has Been Hotel to Hell of a Boss as well. And I'm also getting into metal patches for my Battle Jacket, because I've been literally getting into the Battle Jacket update videos. And I'm also, in addition to that, I'm also getting into collecting metal albums from CD to vinyl records. You know, everything from classic rock to like new wave of British heavy metal, thrash metal, Norwegian black metal, as well as obscure death metal bands. There's a lot more good stuff as well, accordingly. And I'm also getting into the album's discography, from Kiss to AC/DC and Ghost as well, because I'm literally getting into the discography of one of my favorite bands I like as well. And also, I have a different collecting hobbies in the variety of it as well. Not just collecting manga, anime, and video games in general. And I'm also getting into metal concerts as well, in case you're wondering as well. Because I've been literally getting into concerts, because I would love to go to a metal concert to see my favorite metal bands perform live someday. And I'm also getting into a whole leaps and bounds of this as well. Smack the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well for more latest updates, just to keep you notified as well. And also be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think of it? Just let me know. And be sure to check out my Anime Planet or Analyst, because I've been literally getting into Letterboxd. That's why. And keep it otaku for this video, because I have wanted to do this video like this that I've never done until now, because we're long overdue. So that's going to be it for today for this video, because that didn't take very long. Sorry about the battery. This is Urusei saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Be sure to stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great day. Be sure to check out my Anime Planner Analyst, because I'm getting a letterbox, that's why. Take care. Ta-ta for now for this video. This is Urusei signing off. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos that I got on plan for what's in store. Take care. Stay tuned for more brand new videos, because I've been brainstorming ideas. That's why. Take care. Bye.